Final match of the night here from MBS CrossFit in Thornton, Colorado. My name is Brian Friend, joined by Bella Martin, and happy to be bringing you guys Reps Ahead Pro Showcase 3 Redemption. Our final match will feature Paige Powers versus Sydney Wells in the sequence that has been called John by Phil Thomas, the founder of Reps Ahead. John is a 3-minute on, 1-minute off format. Can last up to 5 rounds. We haven't seen more than 2 yet. The goal is to get 14 reps ahead. You got 12 box jump overs, 20 inches for the women, 6 thrusters at 105 pounds, 12 chest bar pull-ups. We've seen 5 matches, 5 iterations of this so far tonight. Bella, with 1 match to go, what are you looking forward to most in this final match, given what we've seen through the first 5?
The girls just need to manage this first round. They're going to go into the second one. That's what we've seen. They know they're going to do it. We'll see who can get at least maybe 1 to 3 reps ahead out of the first one. That's typically what we're seeing as the most successful strategy. You don't necessarily need to be leading by a lot going into the second interval, but try to get something.
In the last 2 matches, we saw Kyra Milligan and James Sprague, who have both qualified for the games this year and are obviously in the middle of games training, exert that kind of elite level fitness in the second round. Neither of these athletes are in that same time of training cycle, so it's a little bit more unknown of exactly where their fitness is at. As I'm watching the 2 athletes on the floor prior to the match, it looks to me like Sydney's got the killer instinct in her eye, and Paige looks a little bit more relaxed. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to go that way when the buzzer hits, though.
I think that's how Paige is. I think Paige is one of those athletes that is always so calm and composed, and that's what makes her such a phenomenal athlete, because you never really know how she's feeling, what she's thinking, anything of that sort. She's just going to go and attack. So we'll see.
She's had this yesterday and today, this kind of lackadaisical, relaxed, enjoying everybody, friendly conversations, smiling through workouts. I think that the flip is about to switch, and Paige Powers is going to tap into the competitive experience that she has as a teenage athlete at the CrossFit Games, as a top 10 individual athlete at the CrossFit Games, as an athlete who competes in a competitive environment every day at CrossFit Mayhem. She has this just ingrained into her, and I think that she's going to turn that on when the countdown hits.
We're just about to find out.
All right, Colorado! Let's get hype! This is it! The last count! This is it! Reps Ahead Pro 3!
Final match of the night, getting set to start.
To the finished women in the
Patrick Clark on the mic there.
Turn frenemies. Introducing first, at 5'6", 150 pound, 2023 Games rookie, representing CrossFit Proven and our training camp Proven, Sydney Wells!
Just fading out there for Patrick Clark. Great introduction there for Sydney. Big smile from her.
Her opponent, a 2-time Games vet, even though she's only 21 years old. The 2023 Tier Lollapalooza Women's Champion, coming in at 5'3", 150 pounds, repping CrossFit Mayhem and Mayhem athlete, Paige Powers!
Saw Patrick earlier today making his note cards, getting ready for that, and he certainly brought the hype for the final match of the night here at Pro 3 Redemption. Powers versus Wells, getting ready to round things out on our sequence. John, 12 box jump overs, 6 thrusters, 12 reps ahead, 3 minutes on, 1 minute off, 10 seconds till go time.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Final match of the night is underway. Powers on the left, Wells on the right. 12 box jump overs, 6 thrusters, 12 chest to bar pull-ups. Goal is to get 14 reps ahead. And once again, like we saw with the women in the first main card match, step downs out of the gate. I think that they've talked about this, but when the fire gets going, we'll see if either of them change course. Sydney Wells with a little bit more urgency to the barbell. She's going to have a 1-rep lead over Powers here in the first round of thrusters. 30 seconds in.
With this workout, you don't really need to think about much. You just have to go. There's no true complex movement. These athletes are pros. They know what they're doing. Can they get it done?
Sydney, again, with a little bit of urgency, getting to the pull-up bar. Power seemingly having a little bit faster cycle rate, already chipping one of the 2 reps away that Sydney has. My guess is they're going to come off within 1 rep of each other. Here comes Sydney and Paige at the 55-second mark, and it's about a 2-rep lead as they both go to rebounding box jump overs in the second round. Now Paige going to the step down, and Sydney back to powers, going to that rebounding action, and this can make a difference.
Sydney set the standard. Paige just followed along. That's what happens with something like this. Someone needs to strike first.
Yeah, it is one of those matches that, you can look for the opportunity. We haven't yet seen it where someone's kind of struck and then been exposed for doing that. The pattern has been that the one who's gone out has been able to hold on. I don't know if it's a mental demoralizing for the other athlete or not, but Sydney Wells is coming out with a purpose here in 1 round. We're 1:45 seconds in, and she's already 7 reps ahead heading into the box jump overs.
Sydney's picking up pace here, Brian.
Yeah, she looks really good, and we haven't hit that 2-minute mark yet. 2 minutes is usually where we start to see the change in facial expression as she gets off of the box here in the 3rd round and heads to the barbell. We'll take a look at that. She looks at the clock and trots to the barbell. I'm wondering if she has an intention of finishing this off in 1 round.
She looks so comfortable on the floor right now.
We did get to see Sydney in this kind of interval or one-on-one style for athletes at the CrossFit Open announcement, the 3rd one, and she did have this attack mode, but she showed that a little bit later in that workout given its nature. She is coming out with a purpose here. We're 2 minutes and 30 seconds in, and she's 13 reps ahead. And if Paige doesn't hurry here, that's 14 and 15. First round knockout. Sydney Wells. I saw the look in her eye. I did not know if she'd be able to do it, but from the 2nd round of box jump overs, Sydney Wells meant business. That was impressive.
I have goosebumps. That was insane. 2:37 finishing for Sydney Wells.
I'm looking at Paige Powers now, and she said, just mouthed, wow. And then ow. And I think that's how I feel watching that. I mean, and Paige Powers going to give Sydney a hug. They are friends. It's been friendly. It's been fun to watch them have those interactions over the last 2 days. But man, I saw this intensity of Sydney firsthand. She happened to be in the lane closest to me. I was at that live announcement in Nashville in around maybe 6, 7, 8 of that open workout. And after the first round of the sequence, she switched it into top gear.
Switching top gear, but that's a college athlete mindset that I think she has. You know what I mean? I think when you go from competing at a collegiate level in any sport and then go and take some time to develop your skills in a new sport, you still have all of those mental learnings. And she's just dialing in and tapping back into what she's already done as a college athlete. And that's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, she will still say that she's a relatively new athlete to this level of competition.
Absolutely.
But she's earned her right to be in those competitions.
Yeah.
Qualifying for the games, top 10 at Wadapalooza, showing well, and I think impressing a lot of people against 3 top 10 games athletes in an open announcement, and coming out here and just adding another impressive performance to her resume. Every time I've seen Sydney compete, I've been more and more impressed. And I think it's a testament to the training environment she's in, the commitment she has to continuously improving in this sport. We're not going to see her at the games this year, but I will not be surprised if we see her there next year.
I don't think I'd be surprised if I saw her for the next couple of years. I think Sydney's definitely made her ascent onto the top CrossFit female athletes in the sport. It's been beautiful to watch.
And to try to get Sydney to come over here, just having a conversation with Paige real quick. Patrick thanking the crowd. We have to give a huge thank you to MBS CrossFit for hosting this and all of the people that showed up. And Sydney Wells, winner of the final match of the night here at Reps Ahead. What were you and Paige talking about there after the match?
Well, at first we were asking each other. Am I on camera?
Yeah, it's over there.
First we were asking each other, if you could feel the altitude. And we both couldn't because we didn't go long enough. So we think if we did like 2 or 3 rounds, we would have felt it. And they were just talking about how our legs were blowing up.
Yeah, I mean, brutal workout. You guys got to watch 5 rounds of that. You saw the early knockouts. Did anything change for you as the rounds are wearing on in terms of expectation of what might happen?
For sure. The first round, like the community match, I was like, whoa. This is way different than I thought, because I thought we were just going to go steady the whole time. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to do what they did. I'm just going to go as hard as I can. And then after watching Jake, I was like, maybe not. So then I watched Kyra, and she played it smart, like steady, and then turned it on when she was ready. So I was going to do what she did. But then I was like, I think I can do it now, so I just turned it on.
I mean, it looked to me like second set of box jumps, you went to 5th gear. Like you went to a different level. The type of intensity that I told you I saw in Nashville during the open announcement in the second half of that workout, were you expecting to have that top gear and be able to get it done in 1 round?
To be honest, going into it, I was going to start at that pace until watching Jake. So looking back, I'm kind of like, it would have been cool to see what would have happened if I would have started there. Because being like a track athlete, I'm pretty explosive and powerful. So short sprints is like a strength of mine. But yeah, I kind of expected to have that here.
We were chatting on the broadcast about things that you probably bring from collegiate athletics out onto the floor. Is that one of those things, knowing where your strengths are and how to utilize them?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like agility and like power is my background, and the box jump overs, I think, were the biggest separator, in my opinion.
I mean, yours were faster, significantly faster. It was fun to watch you just kick into that next gear as you're moving through. Something that we've been chatting is, we're watching these athletes kind of know that they're going to have to go 2 rounds and really strategically pacing it out. Did you think you were going to have to go 2 rounds, or did you think, okay, I've seen it get done in 2:37, I think I can do the same?
I thought we were going to go in the second round. And then I wasn't looking at the board, and I heard like I was 8 reps ahead, and I was like, what? I thought I was like 4. So it's like very deceiving with the thrusters because it's only 6 reps, but they take way longer. So you don't realize how far ahead you are because the numbers don't sound right.
Coming from a track background, you're newer to CrossFit. This 1v1 format, how does this compare to things that you've experienced before? Do you like it? Is it something you want to do again?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Honestly, like I didn't think I was going to get nervous. I was super nervous.
It's okay. We got nervous for you guys. We're sitting here so nervous.
It honestly did kind of remind me a little bit of the open announcement because it's like all eyes on like very few athletes.
Absolutely. What is next for you?
I'm gonna do NorCal Classic and then also do the road qualifier. So hopefully that goes well. I'm doing a High Rocks with my sister in November.
Which one?
Chicago.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Very fun.
That's about it right now. Oh, and Waterpalooza in January.
It's quite a stacked list of events.
Yeah, I need some competition because if everything goes well, next year will be like 2 years since I've been on the competition floor. So
keep that edge.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a great decision, and I'm really happy that you came out here. That was an impressive performance. I was telling people at home, every time I see you compete live, it's obvious the work you've been putting in the gym. Anything you want to say on behalf of the team back at Proven in Nashville?
Oh my gosh, yeah, like I tell them all the time I would not be doing this if it wasn't for them. They are amazing. And like they're the reason I am where I am.
Well, it is great to have a good team in your corner, but you have to show up every day and put in the work. It's clear you've been doing that. Congratulations on being the winner of the final match here at Reps Ahead Pro 3.
Thank you.
Sydney Wells.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Sydney. We'll let you go get your cool down in
Okay.
and collect that winning bonus.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm like so sweaty.
No, that's okay.
As expected. Ooh, Bella.
Wow.
6 matches, a couple first round knockouts, the rest of them in the second round. This sequence brought the fire, brought the intensity, and I think really put on display the excitement level that a pretty quick one-on-one match can bring to this sport. First time doing it for you. What was your experience here for Pro 3?
I think it was awesome. I think when it comes to CrossFit, and we're always testing fitness, I think sometimes we think the more the better, or the longer the better it is to truly test fitness. But what I think Phil did a great job of, hey, it's not just testing fitness, it's also a game, it's also a show, so let's put on a show. So I think he created this workout, John, that not only tested the fitness of the athletes, but put on an amazing show for every single person that's here, but also showed me something that I haven't seen in a while, is this side of the athletes really tapping in. We don't get to see 1v1 often, but here we are, and I would like to see it again.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Phil won me over at Pro 2 despite the sequence being very different in its expression in the ring. And now seeing this, which I think is more in line with what he wants, he loves the knockout aspect of it. He wants athletes chasing that knockout, chasing that win bonus, and he absolutely got it tonight. So huge credit to Phil and his team for what they did. Huge credit to MBS Thornton, Michael Mayali with Renovo, and New You Cares. If you guys have not had a chance to check that out and support those guys, if you can, it's greatly appreciated. They're a huge part of being able to create these opportunities for athletes, earning potential, exposure, a fun environment for the fans on site, hopefully for you guys at home. Yeah, I know we're going to have a couple more of these coming up this calendar year, and we got some things in the works for next year as well. So if you've been enjoying Reps Ahead, give us a follow. Stay tuned. We'll have some announcements coming up about some really exciting events on the horizon. Bella, thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you to Phil for making it possible. And honestly, thanks to the athletes. This was a stacked lineup from the community athletes through the pros, the games athletes that we got to see. Exciting, compelling matchups, great drama, and I think a lot of potential here for Reps Ahead.
We'll see him in the ring next time.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Until the next one, I'm Brian Friend, and this is Bella Martin signing off from MBS CrossFit in Thornton, Colorado.
Hi there, my name is Michael Mayali, and I have the privilege of working with this incredible team putting on Reps Ahead Pro 3 for you today. I want to say thank you to them, thank you to you, and thank you to anybody who's been a part of getting this event series to where it is today. If you'll remember, we do these events to raise awareness and support for the New You Cares Foundation in an effort to provide healthcare, nutrition, and fitness services for free to members of exceptional communities all around the United States. Since the last Reps Ahead Pro event, we have been able to do so much work that in the month of June alone, we have provided over $67,000 worth of healthcare, nutrition, and fitness services for free to veterans and first responders. If you would like to support that, please text Renovo to 801-801. That's RENOVO to 801-801. With that said, we hope that you enjoy the event today, and we cannot wait to see you at the next Reps Ahead Pro event in the near future.